Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for everything you have done. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for everything you have done. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for everything you have done. Glory, 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 glory be to God. It's another Sunday. It's another fresh week. And we thank God for everything He has done for us and continues to do for us. We cannot thank Him enough. Give Him glory to the Lord. He reigns. Give Him glory to the Lord. He reigns. He reigns, oh yes, He reigns. Giving glory to the Lord, He reigns. Giving glory to the Lord, He reigns. Giving glory to the Lord, He reigns. He reigns, oh yes, He reigns. Giving glory to the Lord, He reigns. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's another Sunday. Who is in the background? Join me, enter the house, and join me as we get ready for this important discussion. If you're out there and you're not able to type, that's okay. Just try and share me out so that others will know that this live stream is on. And I'm pleased to say that I'm on StreamYard today. So it worked okay. I'm on StreamYard today. And hopefully I'll get people in the house so that we can get into this discussion that we have planned for today. So please, if you're out there, try and share, try and invite others. This discussion, I want it to be interactive. And I want quite a number of people to join us to discuss this today. But as I'm waiting for others to join, I'll just be singing. You know, I love singing. I love praising God with songs. So let's go. God sent His Son. They call Him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is yet to prove my Savior lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh yes, I know, He holds the future. And life is worth the living just because He lives. How sweet to hold a newborn baby and feel the pride and joy He gives. But greater still, the calm assurance this child can face uncertain days because He lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, oh yes, He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh yes, I know, He holds the future. And life is worth the living just because He lives. Oh, BJ Special, BJ Special, you're welcome. Please share me out. I don't know where our people are. Today's discussion, I want it to be interactive. Where are they? Please share me out. Give shout to anybody you know in the background that you can give shout to. Let them come. Let us discuss. We have an important discussion, and I'm on stream here today so that people can come up and share what they also think when we start the discussion. So thank you so much, Be Joy Special, for coming. Oh, Abdul just joined us. Thank you, Abdul, for coming. Abdul, try and bring more people in from your end as well, so we can share this important discussion. But as we are waiting, let me be singing this song. Yeah. God sent His Son. They call Him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh yes, I know, He holds the future. And life is worth the living just because He lives. Yes, so where is Funke? Where is Moses? Where is AA? Where is Spice? Where are they all? Sometimes people have got different activities, different things to do. But I begged people last week that I'm going to postpone this discussion to today, so I can be on live stream. So, Mommy Ju, where are you? Exactly. Keep calling them God's friends. Yeah, keep calling them Joy. Where are they? Come on, come in, my people. We need to have a number of people to discuss this. Uju and Uju's time in the US. Maybe now she's getting up to start getting ready for church. But I'm sure she will join us if she can, and she's getting ready for church. But let us just be singing while we are waiting. And if we wait until it's only 7 minutes past 4 now, so we'll leave it until 3:30. Hopefully by then we'll have more people in the house, so we can start the discussion. But let me sing the second verse of this song. I just woke up with this song today. Daddy and I, that's what we've been singing in our home church service that we did today. We sang this as one of the songs. And I said, I'm going to sing it with my YouTube family as well. So the second verse says, how sweet to hold a newborn baby and feel the pride and joy He gives, but greater still the calm assurance this child can face uncertain days because He lives. Because He lives, I can face tomorrow. Because He lives, oh yes, He lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh yes, I know, He holds the future. And life is worth the living just because He lives. I'll be back. I was joined from my laptop. It's okay. It's okay, Abdul. That's fine. And the last verse says, and then one day I'll cross the river I'll fight last fight, not one with pen. And then as death gives way to victory, I'll see the lights of glory and I'll know he reigns. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh yes, I know, he holds the future. And life is worth the living just because he lives. Yes, so because he lives, we can face tomorrow. Yes, no matter the obstacles, no matter the challenges of life, no matter what we are going through, what we are seeing around us, we have to have that confidence in God that because he lives, we can face tomorrow. We can face the challenges. Nothing will overwhelm us. Yes, Bijoy, honestly. Whether we are going to have challenges in life, yes. Whether they will sometimes try to overpower us, yes. But when we remember whose kingdom we live in, who our Father is, we'll be able to challenge, we'll be able to withstand any obstacle on our way. So, I mean, most of you know my story or our story of last year, although I did not even give half of the detail of what went on last year, 2024. As a family, we are so happy to see 2024 go, and we're so happy that God made it possible for us as a family to see 2025. Chi International TV, thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Chi is in America. It's quite early there as well. So I can imagine some people, due to the time difference, sometimes it's so difficult to get people in. But this discussion today is quite important, and I would like to hear other people's view. So you're welcome, Chi. Yes. Others in the house are welcoming you. Please, Chi, if you can share me out, I will appreciate that as well. I just want to see if we can have more people in the house before we go on with the discussion. And I know how my live stream goes is after the live stream, most people will go back to watch or to listen. But today, I would love us to be more and be more interactive. Even if you can't come up, you can interact in the chat. But I would love people to come up because it's easier when people come up so others can also hear their own point of view. From the thumbnail and from the title, you know what we're going to be discussing today. And something made this, something warranted this, something made me to think, we don't think about this enough. We don't even talk about it while we are alive. And I think it's a big error. That's why I want us to discuss this today. I want to get your own view. My phone is shutting down. Oh no, that phone must not shut down. That phone is it because, why is that? Is it because of data? If it's because of data, Bijoy, put some data there on me. Put some data there, put some data there, put about 20K data in that your phone on me, and I'll sort it out after the live stream, at least for being the first person on this live stream today as well from Nigeria. Because sometimes I do that. When you're first on my live stream and you're dialing in from Nigeria, you get something. So for you being first today and for that phone playing up, tell that phone to behave itself. Yeah. So there's 20K on me for your data. Okay. I'll be in the background preparing. Yes, that's what I say, Chi, because usually Uju and Oyoyo, sometimes they also join the live stream when they're preparing for church or when they are going to try. I know it's a difficult time for you lots in America, but I appreciate you being here. And if by any chance you are not here when we start the main discussion, I beg you to please go back when you have time to replay and hear what we have said. And before you came in, I was singing this song. Oh, yes, B-Joy, one of them is here. We are asking earlier on, where is Spice? Where is AA? Where is Funke? Where is Musisi? Spice is here. So, Spice, find a way of getting the other three here. Tell them that the live stream is not complete without them being here. Thank you so much for coming, my dear. I know how busy you are. Thank you for coming, okay? Thank you. Happy Sunday to you, my dear. It's so nice to see you here. I was singing a song that I woke up today with, and I've been singing it with Daddy as we had our Sunday worship. And it's a familiar song. Let me sing the first verse again on behalf of those of you. I think she wasn't here when I was singing it, and you weren't here as well. So let me, on behalf of both of you, let me sing the first verse of that song and the chorus. It's a familiar one that everybody knows. I was singing that. It has been my song today. God sent his son, they call him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died to buy my pardon. An empty grave is there to prove my Savior lives. Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, oh yes, he lives, all fear is gone. Because I know, oh, he holds the future. My life is worth the living just because he lives. I wanted to miss you there. Why now? What is all that? What is all that? Because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Because he lives, oh yes, he lives, my fear is gone. Because I know he holds the future. My life is worth the living just because he lives. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's inside. Thank you for coming, baby girl. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. We are going to have an important discussion. The title says it all. And I just want to see if we can have a couple of more people in the house, and then we can start. And then people can join, people can replay, because this discussion, something warranted this discussion, this topic. And I said, you know what? We do not think about this or talk about this enough or even at all while we are alive. And we have to start doing things while we are alive and while we are living, and not wait for people to start saying things that they don't mean about us when we are gone. Nah. So I'm going to pray before we start, as we normally do it. Share done. Oh, thank you so much. Please share me out if you can. I just want a number of people to be here for us to discuss this topic. But before then, I want us to just pause a little bit and remember some of the YouTubers who lost their beloved children, their babies. I have been in shock. I don't understand it, but a lot of things happens in life that we don't understand. Are we going to question God? No. I spoke to one of them at length before I started this live stream and prayed with her. She's still in pieces. I encouraged her, I prayed with her, But we can only say things, you go on the comment section, people will be saying, oh my God, oh, what is this? Don't tell me this is true, and all the rest of it. But after speaking with them, I've spoken to both of them. In fact, 3 of them. The other one was not a child that passed, it's her mom. But the ones for the children, I've spoken with two of them, and one of them I spoke to just before this live stream. I didn't have any word for her. I didn't know what to say to her. But I said what the Spirit led in my heart to tell her. And nothing anybody says or does will make it better for these people. And even if you have lost a dear one before, you still cannot say to these people, I know how you feel, because you don't. Even if you have also lost a child in the past, you still can't tell these people, oh, I've lost a child before, I know how you feel. No, you don't. Because everybody is so different. The relationship and the bond you have with your children is so different. Yes, loss of a child is nothing you wish on your worst enemy. That is the biggest loss anybody can have. After you nurtured that baby in your womb for 9 months, you deliver that baby. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, the baby passes on. In the midst of you breastfeeding the baby, they pass on. You know what that means? On the other hand, that baby has passed through that stage 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this year, that child would have been 10. And suddenly, after, from getting the information, I'm like, seriously? Somebody can just go like this? I can't even imagine how no, nobody can. After speaking with her this afternoon, before I started this live stream, I was short of words. All I could do is pray as God led me to. And I've been thinking and praying for each and every one of them. But when you lose a child as a baby, it's very, very painful. But then to lose them as almost going into a man, somebody who's going to be 10, it's like going into a man. That one is on another level. And it depends on the circumstances as well of that child, the bond you have with that child, and all the rest of it. And the guilt, even though it's not your fault, you wouldn't have done anything to prevent what happened. But as a mother, as parents, you will never forgive yourself. So that is another piece, another thing that will be asking God to grant these people, that they will not blame themselves, that they did not cause it. It's not their fault. It's so hard for them to believe that it's not their fault. So may God help them. So just want us to use this moment before we go into what we have got today to remember these people. They are hurting so much. We are going to be talking about peace today. That the peace of God that passes all understanding will be with them and their family members. Even if you have an enemy, you don't wish your enemy this kind of situation or this kind of thing. And as for people who will open their mouth and be blaming either openly or behind, like if you had done that, that child would have been here. If you have done that, and all that nonsense. If you have children yourself saying that kind of thing, may God help you. If you have not got children yet, you're married or you're waiting on the Lord for gift of children, may God help you. Because there's no easy way, there's no best way to look after a child. And the mother who carried a child for 9 months and delivered that child, I don't think that they will knowingly do anything that will cause that child's demise. No, they won't knowingly, unless the person is suffering from any kind of mental health. So let us pray. Our gracious Father and our Lord, we thank you. We thank you for another day like this. Thank you for making it possible for us to see another Sunday, Today, actually, is the last Sunday of this first month of 2025. This January has been full of horrible news. We thought that 2024, ending 2024 was bad, but we entered 2025 with more bad news here and there, left, right, and center. Most people did not have a good Christmas because the demise of their beloved ones happened few days before Christmas. Some of them entered the new year and they couldn't enjoy the new year because the demise of their beloved ones happened the first few days of this year. But here we are present. It is not because we are better than those people. It's not because we are so special. It's just your mercy. You say that you have mercy to whom you have mercy. In my family, we had a big, I don't even know how to describe it because it's only what people share with you that you know. But God knew the full history, full gist of what we went through as a family here. But God made it possible for us to enter 2025, and we thank Him. So today is the last Sunday, the last few days left for 2025. I pray that we don't have any more bad news. By this time next week will be 2nd of February. So Father, we thank you for making it possible for those of us who are alive to be alive to see this day and for giving us health. Do we have other things that are challenging our peace, that is making us not to have peace of mind? Oh yes, but we thank you that you made it possible for us to still be breathing today, and that is something for us to give you thanks. So I commit everyone present in this live stream today who are here now. I commit those who are going to join us later. I commit those who are going to replay this live stream. And what we're going to discuss today will be of benefit, that it will be food for thought, because sometimes there are things we don't even think about. There are things that we think is, it's a taboo. We don't think about that when you are alive, No, it's for later. No. So we're going to discuss these things today. Father, put in our mouths what we're going to discuss, what we're going to share, and we'll have an open mind as we discuss. Thank you for everything. For in Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen. Amen. Thank you everyone for joining. Right. Let me sing one more before we can now go into this discussion. Yes, my Lord is able. He's able. I know He's able. I know my God is able to carry me through. Oh yes, our God is able. He's able. We know He's able. We know our God is able to carry us through. For He has healed the brokenhearted. He set the captives free. He healed the sick. He raised the dead and walked upon the sea. Our God is able. He's able. We know He's able. I know our God is able to carry us through. For He has healed the brokenhearted. He set the captives free. He healed the sick. He raised the dead and walked upon the sea. Our God is able. He's able. I know He's able. I know our God is able to carry us through. Yes, my people. It's not going. Let me read from my phone. It's really sad. May God comfort them, yes. May God help them get over the pain, yes. I can't even imagine how they feel, yes. No, it's unimaginable. It's not going to make any sense to them now because the pain is deep, yes. The pain is so deep. They will ask questions, and rightly so. They will ask God why. And it's okay for them to ask that question because they're human beings. Nobody, even if, as I say, even if you have worn their shoes before, you still cannot say that you understand how anybody's feeling because everybody's pain is so different. I remember in my own situation when nothing even happened, but when I thought that, oh, it's going to this or that, the way I was crying, the way I was behaving, I know one or two people that looked at me because obviously the people who don't value relationship or marriage or whatever, or who they have, they're like, it's okay. You don't need to be that. You can just tell that they're like, what's this? So that's why I'm saying that even if one has lost a child or somebody before, you still don't know how a person is feeling because the relationships you have with each other, the way your own family dynamics, the way things are in your family is so different. So nobody can understand the pain of anybody who is grieving. All you have to do is either give them listening ear, pray for them, genuinely pray for them, for God to be with them, because some people out of broken heart can develop something or even pass away themselves. So that's why our prayers, these people are in my prayers every single time. They're in my thoughts and prayers. Because they may sound strong, they may seem strong and okay, but deep inside them, they are not okay. So please, and when things like this happen, if we don't have any kind words to say, we better just shut up than saying anything that will not make sense to anybody, because nobody knows tomorrow. There's only very, very thin line between life and death. Very, very thin line. Just like there's very, very thin line between sanity and insanity, the same goes for life and death. So we cannot open our mouth and start saying nonsense or start saying things to people. And that will bring us to our discussion today about resting in peace while we are alive. You prefer? Okay, I know you can't wait for me to drop the link. Don't worry, I'll drop the link. You prepared? Okay, that's good because I like to hear from others. I'll start it off and I'll give one or two examples, and then I would like to hear from others before I can now say more. Okay. Please, guys, because share and like the live stream. Yes, so please share and like the live stream. Want more people to join us in this discussion. Oh, blessed is here. Blessed are the countries. I will just finish praying. We also finished praying for the families, the mothers, the parents that lost their children who are YouTubers. We've sang, so we have finished singing as well. We're just about to go into the discussion. Thank you so much for coming. Bless is in Ghana. Thank you for coming. Give thumb up as you come in, please. Share if you can, so that others can join in this discussion today. And without wasting more time, because I said from 4:30, we'll start the discussion. Without further ado, I'm going to start it. And once I start it, I'll drop the link so that people can come and give an idea or give us their own thoughts of what they think about this topic. You know, when people pass away, that's the only time we hear, may their soul rest in peace. Oh, may he or she rest in peace. And the question is, it's all well and good. I'm not saying to people not to say that because it's a common thing that you can't even, personally, long ago, I stopped saying that because to me, it's like you're praying for the dead. And we're not supposed to pray for the dead. all I do is I say, may God console the family. Rest in peace. That you say it does not mean that the person will rest in peace, and that you don't say it does not mean that that person will not rest in peace. I am more particular about people resting in peace when they are on earth. When they've gone, their soul, as soon as they breathe their last breath, their soul has left them to go to their maker. So there that they'll decide whether the person is going to heaven, is going to hell. It's nothing to do with us, the living. Well, that's why when we are alive, we have to work out our salvation with fear and trembling. While we are alive, we have to live in peace. Tell me about living in peace when I'm alive. When I'm gone, leave that for me and God. How I live my life here will determine how I'm resting when I'm gone. But if we are not preaching living in peace while we are still alive, and people pass away, and all you'll be seeing is rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. As I said, please don't get me wrong. It's okay to say that. If it's what you want to be saying, that's fine. I'm not condemning that. But I don't do it does not mean that I'm condemning it. But I'm more particular in the peace that we have while we are still breathing, while we still have our fellow human beings, our relations, our friends, our neighbors, our co-workers, while we still have them with us. I'm more particular about that kind of peace. And I want us to use Romans 12, verse 18, which says, if it is possible, as long as it lies with you, live in peace or at peace with all men. If it is possible, as long as it lies with you, live at peace with all men, with everyone. It didn't say as long as it lies with John or Grace, you, as long as it lies with you, live at peace with all men, with everybody. You cannot live in peace with others if you are not at peace with yourself. If you don't have peace yourself, it's very difficult for you to live at peace with everybody, with others. You know, when we talk about living at peace, we're not talking about, it doesn't mean that if that person, there's something in that person that you don't think you want to emulate or you want to go to that person for, it doesn't mean that you won't like the person, but you don't like what they do. You love them, you don't like what they do. But as for peace, that one is not negotiable. Especially if somebody comes to tell you that something you've done, something you've said, they're not happy about it. It's bothering them. Then you have to find a way to make peace. And how do you make that peace? By apologizing. Not by saying, oh, try to find a reason why you've done what you did. No. As far as it lies with you, live at peace with all men. Live at peace with yourself as well. And if somebody tells you that you've offended them, please do not make excuses. It's how they feel. It's no longer about you. It's now about that individual who is feeling hurt by what you did or what you said. Sometimes you may not even know that that person is hurting until they tell you. And the last thing you want to do when they tell you is to start making excuses or even to tell them off more. What do you expect? Is that not because you did this that made me to do that? No. When you say things like that, trust me, you won't have peace. The other person will not have peace. And God forbid, people are dropping like flies now. And God forbid, in the midst of all that, one of you passes on people will start writing rest in peace. They did not even have atom of peace when they are alive. Let me give you one scenario or two before I drop the link. Somebody recently shared something with me about somebody who was very poor. They can't even feed, they don't have much. They have relatives, but they were just so hungry. And each time she tries to approach her relatives about helping her with her children because her husband was no more, they would just tell her off and say, after all, when your husband was alive, he had this, he had that, he never helped anybody. What made you think that we are going to help you? This lady, so she's now being punished for whatever it was that her late husband did. So she continued trying her best to raise these children. Very unkempt, she can't even look after herself. She can't even look after her children properly because she doesn't have money. But she has relatives who can actually help, but they chose not to. That is wickedness. Because if they don't have, you say, well, we're all in the same situation. What do you expect me to do? But they always remind her of her past when her husband was alive and that they were doing well and that her husband did not help them as a family. And obviously the husband passed away. Maybe, I don't know the full story, but maybe they took away whatever he had. Because that's what happens in our culture, especially when people do not have a will. And that reminds me, let me even hold these thoughts. Let me talk about this one. Recently, somebody passed away here in the UK. They informed their family members back home that this person passed away. They were obviously very upset about their loss. And they were demanding, asking when, not even if, when the body will be brought home. And the relative here said no, because that person wrote in his will that they want to be buried here in the UK. And the people back home were just mad. They were just so angry. What do you mean? How can he say that he wants to be buried here? Did he know that he will pass away? And that's what I want to discuss now. Listen to, I don't know whether you got what I'm saying. The people back home were very angry. How can you tell us that our brother wrote that he wants to be buried over there? Did he know that he's going to pass away? How ignorant. You see, my people perish due to lack of knowledge and ignorance. Because so our understanding is that you only write a will when you know that you're going to pass away. Who told you that you know when you're going to pass away? You can be talking now, and the next thing people were preaching in the church, they slump. People were walking on the road, they will slump. People will try to cross the road, they'll be knocked over. Lots of mishaps, lots of things happening. That's why it's important for us to live our lives as if every day as if it's the last, because anything can happen at any time. So that question about how can he put that in his will? Did he know that he was going to pass away? I'm like, wow. So that's why I want to talk about this briefly now. And when I actually discussed this with one or two relatives back home, they were like, yeah, but it's true. How can he? I'm like, whoa. So this is not just one person thinking like this. And then I asked that other relative, I said, so does it mean that you and your husband do not have a will? I said, no. And I'm talking of people who are well into their 60s and heading to 70s. Just give me a minute, please. Give me a minute. So, you're counting the likes, Abdul. Yeah, so please give it life a thumb up. Thank you, Abdul, for that. So, what am I saying about will? So, the person I was speaking was saying, no, we don't. And they are quite old. Not quite old, they're getting older. I mean, I'm getting old. I'm in my 60s as well. So, I have a class as old as well. And I said, why is it? Why do people have that kind of mentality that you don't? It's only when you know that you're going to pass away that you write a will. By that time, you may not have the marbles. Your brain may not be working. What if you have dementia? What if you have other conditions that will mean that you are still alive, but you can't think properly? So you're waiting for that time for you to write a will. And I said to her that we have a will, and our will has been up to 15 years or more. And we're going to actually look at it to renew it. We had our wills long time ago. But the mentality of our people is that if you have a will, it means that you're going to pass away tomorrow. No, we should not be thinking like that. Because assuming that man had a will before he passed on, since they said that the wife was the man was well-to-do when he was alive, I don't think that the wife would have been struggling that much. He would have left things for his wife and his children, especially maybe if he knew the type of family he had. But probably he did not do that. And when things like that happen where I come from, that's when they will know that they have brother. Their relatives will come and clear everything. Some of them are just like that, heartless, forgetting that this man left a wife and children. So what am I trying to say about resting in peace? So this particular lady, they did not help her. Obviously, there was nothing left. Her husband maybe did not have a will, so she did not have anything. She was struggling with these children. And she passed away. When she passed away, because they know that because she's now in the village where they all have like a communal family house, they now kept her in the mortuary. Yes. I heard, depending on where you are in Nigeria, that mortuary one night costs between 500 to 1,000 or so a night to keep a body there. So they are prepared to keep her in the mortuary, paying that money every single day. They kept her in the mortuary for over 1 month because they want to sort the house out. They want to paint it because their friends who are in higher position will come for the funeral. And then, this kind of scenario, people will be writing there, rest in peace. She did not have any peace. She did not rest in peace when she was alive. That is where our rest in peace should start, when we are alive. Let us start resting in peace. Romans 12:18. If it is possible, as long as it lies with you, live at peace with all men. Let me drop the link so others can chip in. Hold on. Okay, I've dropped the link. So that is I have other examples that I can give regarding people not resting in peace when they're alive, but when they pass on. People who are saying rest in peace, they know very well that these people, this particular lady, that she was not in peace. She did not have peace while she was on earth because she was struggling so much. Now she passed, and those children continued with the struggle. those children have no peace. They're not resting in peace. Father is no longer there. Mother is no longer there. Only God knows what their fate will be. And if anything happens to them at any time, people will be saying, rest in peace. Of course, continue with your saying rest in peace when people pass on. But please, my topic today is not about whether you say that or you continue to say that, because at the end of the day, whether you say it or you don't say it, it will not change anything. It will not change anything, because it depends on how you live your life on earth will determine whether you're going to live in peace as well. Okay, Abdul is here. You can come in. You can come in and talk. Talk. Let me make sure that I can hear you. That what happened the last time will not happen. No, talk.
Hello, mommy.
Hello, mommy. Oh, good. Yes, good. I can hear. Oh, Chi International. You're still here. Yeah, still getting ready for church. I would have loved to hear your opinion about this, Chi, because it's something I know that you have something to say. But because you're getting ready to go to church, probably you won't be able to. Yeah, Abdul, say what you want to say, and that gives me a chance to have a cuppa.
Okay, mommy. Do I have to start?
Huh?
Do I have to start?
Yes, you can start. Say what you want to say. And you know what the topic is about? So I just want you to say what you think. You don't have to agree with me. Whoever is coming up here, you don't have to agree with me, but I've just shared my own thoughts about resting in peace. And my point is that we have to start when we are alive and not when we are no longer there, when we have suffered on earth. And those our relations knew that we suffered on earth. And when we now pass on, they will now start making various arrangements, buying new things, and then writing that nonsense. That's where I have problem. Okay, Abdul.
Okay, so I will tell as my own, that always I do some research. So let's start. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, evening. I'm trading to
Can you
be
make it
here.
louder a bit? Can you talk a bit louder? Is it from my end? Let me see if I can increase my volume. Okay.
I start?
Can you talk now? Hello?
Yes. Hello, I hear you, mommy.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
better. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening. I'm thrilled to be here on Mommy Effect Lifestyle. Before we begin, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means a lot. Let's congratulate to Mommy Effect on reaching 3.4k subscribers. Please drop your congratulation in the comments. She truly deserves more. Milestone. Keep it up, Mommy. I love you so much. And I consider you as my second mommy. Today's topic is life issues resting in peace. When should we begin? This subject emphasizes the importance of preparing for the end of life, both of ourselves and our loved ones. When should we begin this conversation? It's never too early to start. Every discussion provided clarity and reduced stress during emergencies, allowing family members to make informed decisions that align with our wishes. Key aspects to consider. Number one, medical preference. Decide on types of medical treatments you would or wouldn't want. Number two, financial affairs. Ensure your finance matters are in order, including wills and estate plan. Number three, spiritual needs. Reflect on any spiritual or religious practice you want to be part of your end of life care. Number four, legacy planning. Consider how you want to be remembered and any message or keepsaking you wish to leave behind. By embracing end of life planning as a natural part of our journey, we can ensure that our final days that our final days are spent in accordance with our wishes, providing peace for ourselves and our loved ones. And also, I want to invite everyone to join on my channel, Abdurrahman Health and Wellness, January 29 at 6 p.m. Dubai time. So we continue this important conversation on my bed.
Okay, you
So
finished?
hopefully maybe if someone will join, my birthday will be on January 29. So on that day I will be coming live stream for my birthday. I will be 17 inshallah.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mama.
Thank you, Abdul, for that. Yes, I think I picked one or two things from what you said. All those needs that we need to look after, spiritual needs and all that needs that are very, very important. Okay, I'll show you your face now. So we need to look at all those needs while we are alive and make sure that they are all met and have peace within us. So never mind, because when people pass away, they don't know about all this peace we are talking about. If you have not done that yourself, if you have not encouraged people to have that peace while they are still with you, then posting that when they've gone will not make any difference. It will not change anything. So it's very important that we maintain our peace. Try as much as we can from all angles, different angles, to have peace within ourselves and have peace with people, and give people as well, give people around us some peace. It's not when you are so horrible and treating people badly and you don't want to know when they're alive, and then when they pass on, you might as well don't know, than coming to fulfill all righteousness is not good. So that is the reason why I want us to talk about this today. I don't know if any other person wants to come up to share anything or to either agree or disagree with what we are saying regarding peace, starting from when we are alive and not just when we are gone. Let me drop the link again. Have we still got people in the building? Oh, this was Mrs. and Funke. Here is I know. I don't know where everybody is today, but never mind. They will probably have to replay it. Spice, do you have time to come up? Don't worry. People will just have to replay when they are free. It may well be that today, people are not free at this time, and I do understand. Sometimes I'll have something in mind. I'm like, oh, I'm going to join that live stream, or I'm going to do. I may forget until maybe if I'm online, I'll see, oh, this person is on live. Then I join. I went off briefly. No, that's fine. I fully understand. I know how busy you are. So if you need to go off, that's fine. I fully understand. Thank you. So I think Spice is trying to come up. Let me bring her in. At least I'm glad. Oh, look at her. At least I'm glad that today this thing is working.
Hello.
Yes, so mommy, you're not a professional YouTuber.
Yes.
I can hear myself. Oh.
Eh?
I can hear myself.
It's from your end now. It's not from here. I can't.
Okay.
Is
Abdul Rahman.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Is anything else on
Hi.
there then? Have you got anything else on there?
No, nothing else is on here.
I can only hear you. I can't hear anything else.
Really? Okay, then it's fine. Very good. Greetings, everyone. I'm at the stop. Okay. So, on what you're discussing today, the thing is, Let me go out and come in. I can hear myself is repeating.
Really? Okay, go out and come
Yeah,
back again
let
and see if it will
me.
better then. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Mommy Fetchy,
Hmm?
I noticed that your live stream for yesterday on your another channel, it was like, how to tell you, I couldn't hear some sound from your live stream yesterday, although that I came late. I only watched it, I couldn't hear any voice.
Really?
I don't know if it's from mine or from yours, your another channel.
Okay, I'll go and have a look at it to know.
Because
Nobody
even
has said that to me.
Lorenza even commented even there yesterday. She said that she's maybe from her phone because me and her we had seen the problem. We couldn't
So
hear
is
that
it
one.
is it all through? You mean the whole 40 minutes?
I don't know. Let me because I was seeing little part. The voice is not showing.
Ah, okay. I'll have a look and see what happened. Herald of Mary, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, Spice, are you still hearing yourself?
Let me close my camera and see.
Okay.
Oh God, it's still the same thing.
Is it still the same?
Hey,
It must
yes,
be. It must be from your end because I can only just hear you, and Abdul, you can only just hear her. Yeah.
I can hear her. I can
It
hear
is
her. I can hear
echoing.
Spice.
You say it's echoing from Abdul's side. It is echoing.
Yeah.
They are saying that it's echoing. I don't know.
But it's okay. Let me not disturb the thing. I don't know because as I'm talking, the thing is it's repeating everything I'm saying. Okay, let me just talk. So long as it's clear for everyone, let me just keep talking.
I can only hear you. I can't hear any echo. But Herald of Mary is saying that it's echoing. Is it still echoing, Herald? Is it still echoing? Like when I talk, though, is it echoing or only when Spice talks? Can you let us know, please? It is echoing as I'm talking. Wow. He said, yes, ma. Is it like when I'm talking or when everybody's talking? Tell us which one. Is it when I'm talking or when everyone is talking? Abdul, is it echoing? Can you, maybe because you're up
No,
there,
it's not echoing when you are talking.
It's not.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know it's annoying, Spice, but if you can ignore hearing yourself and just say what you want to say, because I can hear you very well.
Yeah, let me just ignore the voice repeating here.
Yeah, okay.
No,
Bija is back. Bija, you're back. Welcome. You're sorted your phone. It's not echoing. Okay, so it must be from, yeah, okay. Thank you. Let's hear Spice then.
So on this death thing, living life to the fullest or living with people happily and doing the needful when people are alive.
Yes.
Is just something we have to be conscious about. There is something that happened a couple of days ago. A friend of mine lost his sister, and this lady is a very young girl. Not really that young, but she should be close to 50, I would say. She didn't marry and she doesn't have a child either. So she fell sick. I think she had this sugar problem, diabetes, that affected her sight. She lived like that for some years. I can't really tell if she got the love and care that she needed. But I know it's something medically they would have been able to help her.
Yeah.
They would have been able to, support her and help her regain her sight. But they didn't do that. She went into depression. They didn't notice she was depressed with the loss of her sight. And eventually she died 2 weeks ago. Now, these same people, it's not as if they don't have the money to take care of her. She has brothers abroad. But now they want to give her a befitting burial.
You see what I mean?
They want to spend so
She
much
didn't
money.
rest in peace when she was alive. Now they want to give her befitting burial.
Thank you. You know, what breaks my heart is the fact that they are all in Nigeria now. They've been in Nigeria for the Christmas and New Year holiday. When she died, they've kept her corpse in the mortuary, and they are preparing to go back abroad, make more money, and come back to Nigeria to waste the money on the burial.
That's the thing. As I was saying before you come in, mortuary each day in Nigeria is between 500 to 1,000 a day. Now they
God
have
have
that money
mercy.
now to keep her body there and go and, oh God, yeah.
And they're not burying her anytime soon. They're looking at around Easter time. What I asked the brother is this: why this lady was alive, what effort did you people make to help her? How much money did you guys spend to help her regain her sight? Nothing. They left her that way, and now that she has died, they all want to gather millions together. When we mentioned that befitting, I asked her, I said, what do you understand by befitting burial? You want to lavish 10 million, 20 million, 30 million to bury a corpse, but you couldn't bring out 10 million when she was alive to take her to a hospital, to a good hospital, so that they can help her regain her sight.
That's my point.
One second, please. The client's coming. 1 second.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
Mommy,
I'm
go on. Go on.
Okay.
I'll be back talking now.
Okay. So while we are waiting for Spice to come, just to reiterate what she was saying, if I understand her very well, is that this lady, she had relatives, just similar to what the example I gave before. She had relatives that can easily help her, but they did not. And then she was maybe diabetic and then became complicated and she lost her sight and everything. Nobody still cared. But as soon as she passes away, they now put her in the mortuary. Just 1 week in the mortuary, we know how much it costs. And then they're not even thinking of anything until Easter. Easter is April. So if you calculate the mortuary bill between that 2 weeks ago that this happened and Easter, you know how much that will be. So why are we doing this? Why are people celebrating people only when they are gone, telling them to rest in peace, when they were in pieces, when they were alive? What made you to think that somebody who did not have any peace when they were alive, what made you to think that they will now suddenly start resting in peace? Even if they're going to rest in peace when they pass on, because that is not for us to decide. But we are talking about the living today. We're talking about the fact that people should start this resting in peace while they are alive. It's not just something we say, it's something we do. When it comes to when people passes away, that's something we say. But when it comes to when people are still alive, that's something we do. And action is what we really need here, more than in being active, more than being passive. Because when the person passed on, it's not passive thing, rest in peace. May the gentle say rest in peace. Oh, fine. But how about when they were alive? I've given an example, and Spice has just given one example now. Oh, Funke is here. Funke Bijoy was earlier on saying, where is Funke? Where is AA? Where is Spice? Where is Musisi? I said, well, they may be busy in their own different ways today, but Spice is here, but she just, she was sharing something, but she just stopped to attend to something. Yes, she's here. And Funke, I don't know. Okay, you're back. Okay, I'm just welcoming Funke. She's here now.
Okay, welcome, Funke. Greetings, everyone. Please forgive me for not greeting all of you.
That's fine. Okay.
So you see, this is the fate of many people back home. We would rather spend money to bury a corpse than assist when help is needed.
That's
And
just
this
a
is
big.
becoming a very terrible culture amongst our people. You don't help family members, you don't help friends in your own little way. But the moment the person drops dead, you want to show love. Then once somebody is gone,
get
you
it.
can't show love to a corpse.
No.
You cannot show
When
love to
you're
somebody
doing,
whose soul is departed.
yeah, that's the topic I want us to look into today. Why are we doing this? Oh, Ju is here. I mentioned you earlier on when Chi International, she was also getting ready for church, and I said, yeah, that would you normally dance in when she's getting ready to church, and here you are.
Welcome, ma.
Yeah, sorry, Spice.
No, go on,
Continue.
welcome them.
Yes, okay, yes, Uju. You're very welcome. I'm sure that you are getting ready for church, I think. Yes, but thank you for coming. We've already mentioned your name before when she was here because she was also getting ready for church. And so this topic today is just, I've given an example of somebody who was not looked after because her husband maybe did not leave a will and they left her to suffer. And when she passes on, she suffered. He did not rest in peace when she was on earth. And when she passed away, they started building mansions. They started just similar to what Spice is sharing now. And then when people are not resting in peace when they are alive, people are talking about rest in peace when they are gone. Let us start with when people are alive, and that is our main priority.
And they
That's
start
where our
raising
priority should
monuments.
be. Yeah.
Building houses in the memory of that person. When the person was alive, the person was not living in that house.
Yeah.
The person was not eating the kind of food you want to give to strangers. There's something that got on my nerves when I was talking to that person. He said they want to prepare very well because the sister is somebody that likes crowds. She pulls crowds. So they need to ensure that they have enough caterers that will prepare food during the funeral. I'm like, wait, so it's not about the dead. Obrigada. It's about the food people will eat and the drink they will have on that day, the show off, the clothing, the music, the fanfare, the carnival. That people throw in the name of burial. How much love are we showing to people, to our neighbors, to our loved ones, to family when they are alive?
Yeah.
How much love are we showing? Give me my flowers when I'm alive. Don't give it to me when I'm gone. If you have any love to show me today, show me that love today. Give me my flowers while I'm alive.
Yeah.
The sad part, another sad thing is you see some people, their parents, they are so old, they are abandoned and neglected in the village. You're not giving them what you're not doing your best at least every month for them or even once in a while. But the moment the woman drops dead, they all want to come back home for a befitting burial, most expensive casket, ashwebi. You want to make it a carnival. When that person is alive, how much effort did you put to put a smile on their face, to help them, to show you love them? You come and write epistles. Show love to people while they are alive. Give them their flowers while they are alive. Don't wait until they have passed. And there's nothing like befitting burial, please.
No.
I don't know where we learned this nonsense culture from. There is nothing like a stupid befitting burial. Indeed, especially in my culture, sorry, people who are not Igbo, Ikwozu means to mourn. We mourn. We don't celebrate death. If I see poster celebration of life, what the hell are you celebrating? It is called mourning. It is not celebration of life. You are not celebrating people when they are dead. A young person of 20, 30, 40 passes on, you are celebrating. No, it's called mourning. You're supposed to mourn. You lost a young life.
Yeah, when it's a young life, definitely, I don't know what, but people will say, well, it doesn't matter the age the person how long the person lives. You still have to celebrate their lives. Yeah, people can put it the way they want to put, but you can celebrate somebody's life. For example, great grandma or grandma who lived
If
106
you're
years.
100 and
Oh,
above,
yeah.
90 and
Yeah,
above,
we'll celebrate the person's
you
life,
people a life well spent.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Let me welcome some people in before we continue. Ebu Naija Mama, you're welcome. There's comment. Let me read comment as well. Spice, just hold on there, please. I've learned to the hard way to celebrate people when alive, even though I do it before, but I want to do it more now. Yes, please, let us celebrate people when they're alive, even when they pass on and we don't have a lot to do or to celebrate them. Let us do it the way we can. All it means is that people will talk. Let them talk. Because whether you celebrate them too much or too little, people will still talk. So just do the right thing for you and for your family and not what people will say. Okay. It's about the people. The demand is too much. That's what you just said. Yeah, it's about the people. The person that passed away has passed away. They did not live in peace. They did not rest in peace when they were alive because they were suffering. Now they are gone. People who are alive want to fly, because their friends will be coming from the city. They want to make sure that the house is painted, everywhere is clean. But when that person was alive, those places were just left like that because they didn't care about that person. That person was not resting in peace. That person was in agony. That person was not given what he or she wanted to be able to live a normal life. But when they pass away, you have the money to put them in the mortuary for 4 months. The money that they would have used to eat, maybe that mortuary would have been avoided if they were eating okay. I just don't understand some of the things that is happening. So Ebu Naija, you're welcome. Herald said it is indeed a serious thing about us. Caring is difficult thing for our people. Oh dear. My auntie that passed away last November, I still remember how I changed her clothes and hair, rubbed her deodorant while we prepare her, okay, giving to the earth. The reason why we prepared the remains. Yeah, exactly. We mourn. Yeah. Thank you, Mary. But it felt so good and satisfying because we were there for her. Thank you. You see, when you are there for people when they are alive,
Exactly.
yeah, then it just, oh, you want to say something to her before she goes to church. Thank you for coming, Oju. You know, yeah, when you do
Welcome.
what you got to do when they are alive, fine. You know that they rested in peace when they are alive and they're going to continue to rest in peace. You can now say, may you continue to rest in peace. Not when somebody is suffering on earth, when they pass away, say rest in peace. When they did not, you clearly know that you did not do anything to help them to rest in peace while they're alive. Let me leave with you to talk. I know she'll be in a hurry for church.
No, it's okay. I don't think I
Okay.
overslept.
Okay.
I overslept. I don't
Okay,
think I
sorry, but
went to
Spice, have you
church.
finished?
Yeah.
Yes. Let her go on. I'm
Oh,
still here.
okay, so if you
Greetings.
say after
Welcome,
me, you
my
can also
Greetings
greeting.
say.
to
Happy New Year,
everyone.
Wanyoma.
Happy New Year, beautiful spice. Happy New Year, big sister. Greetings to everybody in the chat. Yeah, I'm just ironing. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
But the topic is a very good one because I lost my mom last year. You know that. But
Of
one thing I
course, yeah.
wanted to add is that Anambra State is really has added some rules and regulations concerning burial. I'm hearing echo. I
Okay.
don't know why I'm echoing. You know how
Yes,
you
Spice said the same
normally,
thing.
Mhm,
Spice said that she was echoing, but I can hear you
mm,
very well.
yeah, you know how the people are normally allowed to do burials for days.
Uh-huh.
Anambra State now is only 1 day.
Okay.
Only 1 day. All the
Very
in-laws that
good.
want to come, they have to come that 1 day. And you know how you put the
Oh,
the
that's
the
good.
cof the corpse in the mortuary for months. They don't allow it anymore. My mom passed in February. They gave
Yeah.
us only 2 months to do the burial and
Oh.
everything.
Yeah.
And that's what the
Yeah.
church they do now. And all
Okay.
these frivolous things, they are cutting it down because they
Yeah.
realize that people are just using it as a ceremony. Just like you said, when the
Yes.
person is alive, they don't even do that for them.
Oh.
So that's what they are doing now. So if
Okay.
your parents are still alive, show them love. Do what you have to do
Yes.
for them.
Yes.
I can close my eyes and say, ah, my mom lived a good life. You see what I'm
Of
saying?
course. That's
Before
it.
I eat, my mother comes to my mind. Although she was
Yes.
well taken care of, my dad, did his part. We have properties. Do you understand? But you
Yes.
too, there's nothing like,
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
coming. There's nothing like her knowing you're calling them.
Yes.
She knows you're there. Whatever you
Mm-hmm.
have, money you're giving her. Even
Yes.
Christmas, she knows.
Yes.
Do you understand? Even
Absolutely.
Christmas, you know those things that she likes. You buy them for her. My mother is
Yes.
not a traditional, so much traditional. She likes English words.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it is hurting me so much because I know when I go to the stores, I start crying because I know what. I'm like, who
Yeah.
else am I going to get these things for? You
Yeah.
understand? So
Yes.
even if
Yes.
you don't have, call them. They know.
Yeah.
Even their friends will know.
Mm-hmm.
But what I am glad is all this frivolous spending.
Mm.
When you talk about burial, it's not about the person, no, it's the people coming for the
Of
burial.
course. Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
It is the
Yes.
people. And
Mm-hmm.
then the demands they will make will shock you.
Chai.
Because the people where he was born, they will tell you we need a feeble, we need
Mm.
we need ram, we need goat, we need this, we need
Mm.
that. And you're wondering
Mm.
what is going on. When she was alive, have you ever come to visit her? Why are
Hmm.
you guys demanding all this stuff?
No.
And they'll demand
Yeah.
something, and they'll say that you have to get nkata, basket that has.
Mm.
You're wondering where are we getting that kind of basket? Oh, you give money
Oh,
for it, we'll get it. So to them,
it's
it's
crazy.
celebration. Even when you're mourning, to them, they are coming to eat.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you'll be there crying, mourning your mom. Oh, this group of people, they are still waiting for their heater, for their cooler of rice and
Yeah.
soup and all
That's
that.
the
And you're
thing. And
wondering,
they'll be so angry. They'll be
what
like,
is this?
that they haven't eaten.
What is
What kind
it?
of thing is this? Because
And some will demand, oh, we are going to drink only canned malt. Oh. We don't drink bottle malt. Ha. For
They
good
choose the
name
type
God.
of malt even,
wow.
Yes, so.
and
And
the
they'll
and
say,
the Ovaltine.
Is it too much?
You
So
know,
that's why you see people trying to struggle, trying to keep them in the mortuary in order to raise that money. But Anambra people are trying to cut that down.
let them cut it. All
They
load
said,
of nonsense.
when you bring that back the corpse, the day before the burial, there's no more. I think around 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, no more music. Everybody should go home because
Uh-huh. No.
do you
No.
understand?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they have those rules. If you follow the rules, you'll be okay. But still,
Yeah.
people coming, they have to eat. That's where
Yeah.
the expenses are.
Hmm. You know, thank you so much. You know, that's how I love Yorubas. When it comes to burial of a younger person, I
Mm,
love Yorubas for that. Yorubas are known for Owambe and all this party. But when it comes to certain age, especially
mm.
Ofunke is here, she can correct me. Oh, Gineka tells sometimes I wonder is she Yoruba or Igbo? So Gineka is here as well, so she can correct me because she speaks Yoruba more than Igbo. Anyway, so Yoruba people, if the person's parents are still alive, even if, when we lived in Lagos before we came over here, that man was in my husband's office was about 40 years. But the way he was buried, the way things were done, because his parents were alive, our
Mm.
own, even if he's a teenager, eh? The people will just be dancing and doing this and fighting for food and fighting for drinks. What is all that about? Ginika Talks, you're welcome. In case you don't know Ginika in our community, she is sometimes, as I say, you don't know whether she's Igbo or Yoruba because she speaks both very, very well. And she's very funny. I love watching her because she just makes me laugh. So Ginika, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. She relocated from Nigeria to UK over a year ago, I think. Yeah. Thank you for coming. Yes, would you please continue if you still have something to say?
Yeah, so you have to budget, you have to plan. I tell you, our budget, I was looking at it, I'm like, oh my world, this is too much now. But
Hi.
God came through for us. It was just too much. Let me give you an example. My mom is
Yeah.
very active in in the church where she goes to. You know, she goes to
Yes.
Carmelite. That church is a small church, you know, run by some
Mm.
foreigners, you know, foreign fathers, I think from the UK, I can't remember. Yeah. So it's closer to our house. So that's where she normally goes to. She was the matron for choir matron. She was among the group committee that really were educating young fathers and all that. So that was where that's her church. That's where she goes to. But Catholic Church, the church you go to is not actually your diocese. Do you understand? Your diocese is outside. Maybe your zone. They call it zone. Her zone is Christ the King, a bigger church. So when she passed, they say that the wake mass will be done at Christ the King because that's her zone. So we were planning towards that. But the members of Carmelite, the fathers of Carmelite said, no, they have to have a wake mass for her, that she is theirs. Even if we are going to do it at Christ the King, that they have to do a mass for her because actually that's where she goes to. So we had a mass there, and they were so gracious because they knew her. It was beautiful. But the one that took us unawares was the Christ the King Mass. We planned for 400 people, knowing that she doesn't go there regularly, although it is her zone. Big
Yeah.
sis, you know that day more than 1,000 people showed up. That place was jam-packed. And we
Oh
already
my
planned for
God.
400.
Yeah.
You know, plan for 400 with a takeaway packs for them.
Oh
Ike
good.
Abulo so wonya obuna. But what did we said, like, somebody said, no, you don't have to worry about it. Just share what you people will get will get. You see what I'm saying?
But those that didn't get, those that didn't get, they will talk about it until next year.
Exactly. They'll feel, yeah. They'll feel
Hi.
left out. Do you see? So that taught us a lesson.
Yeah.
The burial was supposed to be on Friday. We said, let us put it on Thursday so that we won't have too much crowd. Mbano. The crowd was
They'll leave
everywhere.
their
So
job.
exactly. So
I'm
what
telling you.
happened was that taught us a lesson. Even when we are
Hey.
planning for burial, we now had to double it. More expenses. So my dear, it's not really about the person, it's the people. Because
The
if they don't eat,
people.
you hear it. If you don't bring what you're supposed to bring, you hear it. You see what I'm
It's
saying?
so sad.
Yes.
It's
So,
so
but
sad.
the
I'll be
thing,
smelling on.
there are some people that overdo it. Just
Yeah.
like this, all these billionaires now, their friends will be
Yeah.
getting cow. Oh, they buried my mom with, no, that's what they will be saying, 40 cows, 50 cows. But the
So
sad
what?
thing
I
is,
mean, all
the
these things.
road to that house, the road to their house is not good. Everything is bad. Why can't
So
you at
sad.
least make the road where people
So
will
so
pass to get
sad.
to that your mother's house? It's just show off for some people. All right, guys, I've talked a lot. Let me go. B Joy,
Thank you
I'm here.
so
Oh. I
much.
saw her chat. She was asking, where is Mom Eugene? I'm here.
Who is
B
asking?
Joy. B
Oh, be
Joy
choice
asked
special.
in the
Okay,
chat.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Uh,
Kuke was saying that if it's below 50 in
mm.
Yoruba land, that they call it okuofo,
Yeah.
meaning very sad situation. So no cooking. When them do
That's
this thing
good.
in our own place, if it's a teenager, They are going to be doing this thing and looking for food. What is all this?
But wait, let me ask one question. I want to ask something. Onye na-eje akwamozu on a buafo, that is empty stomach, do you go to funeral with empty stomach with intention to go and eat? I think
Most
it's
of them.
time we begin to scrape out eating and drinking and dancing during burials.
As well. Yes. Honestly,
Most people eat food at the funeral. I don't understand the idea of going to eat at funerals.
They'll be pushing you.
Honestly.
Oh, these people have not eaten. Oh, where is their butter? You that is mourning, you'll be confused. You'll be going around
Hi,
looking
for
for
that
food.
place.
Entertaining people, looking for people's food and cooler.
Exactly. Where is this people's warmer? Where is that person?
Ovaltine that you brought for them is not complete. Oh, the milk you brought for them is not complete. The malt is not complete.
You are talking.
Are you there to mourn or eat?
When the woman that comes to help you in the morning to sweep, you have to present their malt for them. You have to make them breakfast.
Funke, please don't make me laugh. Look at what Funke said there. They need them to cry. That's why they're looking for food and drinks.
Cry for what? So that's why I advocate a lot for widows. Do you understand? Because what people do is when their husband passes, their family, some of their families will come and tell them, oh yeah, this burial now, what do you have? Some of them will start selling these widows' husband's property in order to give him a befitting burial. When all said and done, after that day, people will eat, dance, and everything. The widow will be left. She will have her children to cater for. She will have school fees or everything. So that's why I advocate for them. You don't need to do all those burial. And make sure, know that is one day, all these people that will surround you. When we lost our father, I experienced it firsthand because everybody was there. All right. When the burial was over, weeks later, I asked my mom, what of this person? Have they come to see you? So if she doesn't have children, capable children, like some of these widows, they'll be left.
That's the thing.
Meanwhile, they've sold their husband's properties to give him a befitting burial. Who does that?
Honestly,
see what I'm saying?
It's just...
And some of these widows are wallowing. Nobody's asking them.
Nobody.
That's what brings tears to my eyes.
Nobody. And there's something I want. Oh, she's you're still here. Okay, she says she's on her way to church. Okay. What I'm wondering, obviously, I don't even know what to think about. But before you all came, I was talking about it. How somebody passed away here. And then when they phoned people in Nigeria to tell them that the person passed away, the first thing they asked was, when are they going to bring the body home? And the son said, my dad had in his will that he will need to be buried here in the UK. Hey, Hamwawa. See what? I want to see that will. Did he know that he's going to pass away? Why would he say that? I'm like, what? So our mentality is that you know that you're going to pass away before you write a will. So I was asking somebody, my relative in Nigeria, say, do you people actually have a will? For what? But to them, they think that if you have a will, it means you're going to pass away tomorrow. So, and I won't be so. I'm even surprised that some of the people who are here in the UK, our age group or even younger, do not have one because of this same mentality. And I was sharing with someone. I said, look, we had our will for the past 15 years. We had our will, and we just renew it. Does it mean they think that if you have a will, you pass away tomorrow? So why can't we do things to make it easier for our family when we pass away, especially those in Nigeria? Because this person wants the body brought home for what? Are you going to eat the body? If the man had it in his will, he wants to be buried here, so be it. But they're not happy, they want to see it. Why would he say that? Did he know he was going to pass away? And that was the first shock I got. Like, so you have to know that you're passing away. People go there and knock down by a car and they pass away. So you have to know that you're going to pass away before you can draw a will. I don't know whether
Yes.
I'm saying other person's
Yes.
mind here, or am I on my own to think that
No, you're
people
not
should
on
have
your
a will, no
own.
matter how young you are. Once you start
Exactly.
having family, once you're married, or even if you're on your own, not even married, have a
Exactly.
will, what you want to do with whatever, because nobody knows tomorrow. And
Exactly.
it helps these widowers. That brings me to village. People in the village, what kind of will the farmer do? Will he say, when I die, all the lands go to my first son and all the whatever goes to my wife? How would they now do their own will in the village? Because that thing might help to solve some of these problems.
They can tell the elders. These things are discussed among their age group or whatever group they belong to, Umunna and all
It
that.
needs to be written down. It needs to be written down. If it's told by
Yes.
mouth, the elders will not do
With the way
anything.
things are going, it should be written down now
Yeah.
and handed over to somebody trustworthy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Maka these days, okwu ọnụ, greed na-eme ndị mmadụ, even an elder will change his mouth tomorrow.
Even in that
So
same
a farmer that
Nigeria,
has land can write and give to trusted somebody. If anything happens, give to my children. Nobody. It's not my brothers. If you have children, take care of those children. It's not your brothers. Your brothers will get married and they will raise their own children. What happens to your own children? This whack mentality. The moment somebody, both a man and a woman, everybody will die one day. It's just that we have different dates. But the preparations we make will help us. Whatever I have to do, who is your next of kin? Who is my next of kin today? It has to go to the person because it is somebody I trust. Will help.
Chieke International, your Chieke TV, isn't it? Did you say your mom passed away? You see, I've not been regular on YouTube. Has it been did you know that she's mom passed away? She just put it here now.
no. Sorry.
My mom.
I didn't know that.
My mom just passed away. And it's been a problem with them.
Really? I didn't know that too.
She said it's a problem for her children now. So they're having problem because of, you see what I mean? We didn't know, my dear, that your mom passed away. You used to see your mom.
Your mom has been here even when you travel to Nigeria.
Hey.
Oh my God.
You say your mom, not your grandmom, but your mom, isn't it? I want to get it. Not her mom, okay. Who said not her mom? Which one are we agreeing to? Chi?
Is it her mom or
You think I said it's not your mom?
Okay, her mom's sister. Okay.
Her mom's sister.
Thank God. Thank God, no mom's sister. Just that
exactly, but we didn't know. I didn't hear that. Okay, it said my mom says. Okay, sorry. I got it. My mom says just passed away. Oh, I see. And it's very hard for her children now. So somebody said here that I'm very sorry, accept our sympathy, my dear. Whether it's your mom's sister or it's your mom, it's still your mom. It's like your own mom. Your mom's sister is your mom as well. Yeah, we accept our sympathy, my dear. But what we are saying now, see what she wrote there, it's difficult for her children now. So why, and somebody said, is it Olufunke that says Nigerians don't do will? Can people make me understand why?
Because
they say you want to kill them.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell a man now to write will. You are plotting to kill him.
And he'll call on your Umunna if anything happens to him to hold you responsible. That's the truth.
Really?
They don't understand it. It's enlightenment. Because what happens is when they are gone, Wahala starts. Because the kids will start to, try to claim what belongs to. Do you understand? Especially if he has children a lot. The properties will be a problem. Sharing the properties. will be a problem. So what happens is this: what some women do, if their husbands don't do this, when he passes, if the man has properties, when the woman is alive, she makes sure that she shares that properties among her children, because that thing is a major thing. And even those with will,
Hi.
when they are gone, when the lawyer comes to read it, and if it doesn't favor some children, they will contest that. And you see them in court for a long time
Hi.
contesting something. Do you understand? So that's why I believe it doesn't matter if you are alive, your will, let your children know this is my will. You get this, you get that, you get that. You
Yes.
have witnesses, they sign. Because when the man is gone and they now bring out the will, if it doesn't favor a child, they will contest it. They will say, my father didn't do it. My father didn't say those things that the
Another bad
yeah,
blood will begin to flow
exactly, that
amongst
the
them.
lawyer
They
tampered
begin
with
to
it.
fight themselves.
Exactly,
Yeah. It
exactly.
then means that those parents are not being fair, because, as I say, we have one, and I know the number of children we have, and then as the grandchildren starts coming now, we're changing things to add them on. So we make everything equal, 20%, 30%, or whatever percent. Everybody is getting the same thing. Honestly, that's how we made it, just to avoid that problem. You can't be giving one, like we have some properties in Nottingham. We say, oh, that son will have that property in Nottingham, that one will have that. Why? So how about the rest? You can't just do that. So everything we did it our own. Anyway, that's how we did it. To avoid that problem is everything. Number of them, everything is equal. So there won't be any fighting, because everybody
Yeah.
getting the same thing
The most
when the
important thing
time
is knowing
comes.
the children you have. If you have a good heart, there are some of the kids that are out there. And think about it. Let me say, give this example. Maybe the
Yeah.
first son is not as hardworking as the second son. And the
Yes.
man knows that the second son will be the one that can handle that business faithfully. Do you understand?
Cindy is
Diligently
smiling.
and
Yeah.
consistently. Do you
Yeah.
understand? So when he writes
Yes.
his will and then hands over that business that the second son helped him build to the second son, the first son will feel spited. Why didn't you give me the business? Knowing fully well he's not capable to run that. Do you understand? That's where the problem comes. Why will my
To
daddy
run
give you the
us.
business?
So what you are saying, that wills can actually cause more problem than not writing one.
If it,
Is that what you are
no,
saying?
that's not what I'm saying. It's good to write a will, but I'm telling you,
Okay.
even after writing that will, some challenges that come
Yeah.
from that. It is always
Yes.
good to write a will.
Yes.
It's very
Yes.
good
Okay.
to write a will.
Yeah.
At least you have it
Yeah.
made that. But I'm telling you some of the challenges when one
Challenges.
doesn't
Yeah.
get what they think they should
Yeah.
get.
Yeah.
That's just the thing.
Oh, let me say thank you so much to Daddy Bella TV show. I didn't even know he's in the building, and he came with a bang. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
thank you. Big
Thank
sis,
you
I
for the
have to go
amazing
now.
super chat.
All
Thank
right.
you. God bless you. And may
Uh,
God replenish. Thank you, Daddy Bella.
I've talked a
God
lot.
bless you. God
Yeah,
God
bless
thank
you.
bless
you.
you,
Thank
Daddy
you,
B.
Joe. I see what you mean. Thank you. But
Yeah.
it's just the difficulty. But what we are saying is that it's still better to have it than not to have it. And then
Very
have
good
what
to
you then
have
put
it.
in the will becomes a
Very
different
good. And
story.
if when you are alive, make sure you tell them. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
that they will know it's coming from you, that the lawyer didn't forge it.
Change
Especially
everything.
in
Yes.
Nigeria. It doesn't
Yes.
happen here, but I'm talking
No.
about Nigeria.
No. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen here, honestly.
It
People just
doesn't.
say, what's in the will? They just look at the will, and everybody gets whatever they get and move on. But the
Exactly.
one that pains me so much is what is happening back home, where these people will just take everything from the widow and leave her and her children suffering,
Exactly.
not living in peace. And when she eventually passes away, they will start putting rest in peace in her grave. And that's what we're talking about today.
And I want to say this before I leave. People should
Yeah.
just be very I want people to be aware that this
Mm.
generation, these kids that are born here, bred here, There will, if their parents are here, there is a possibility that they'll be burying their parents here, wherever they are, whether in the
Yeah.
US or in the UK.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense for a child that has grown up here,
Yeah.
you know, when their parents die, you expect them to go to Nigeria. They can't deal with the stress there. Buy
Hey,
this, buy
that's
that,
the
get a
problem.
ndi umuada, ndi ba. They don't speak the they don't know the culture.
Yeah.
So more and more of especially our age grade will be
Yeah.
buried here, and there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that. So they should
Yeah.
not be giving them hard time.
Personally, I don't have any problem with that. But let Daddy not hear me say that he's always pro Nigeria. I'm like, I said, you know what? Let's not even talk about that now then. But I'm pro anywhere. If I'm here, if it happens when I'm in Nigeria, because we're going to be going and coming. So wherever it happens, just put me there. I'm move on with your lives.
Yeah, but that the
But
good thing with
some people
Daddy
are
is
very particular.
he has his brothers there. He frequents Nigeria. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Yeah. So
Yes.
that's okay. And people, there are people that can do it. I'm talking about kids that don't know their left from their right.
They are left over. Yes, exactly.
It will be a torture.
Yeah, it
See
will
what I'm
be.
saying?
And
Yeah.
I've seen one that happened like that because the man wanted to be taken back home, and these children, that was their worst nightmare. They came back and they're
Exactly.
like, I'm not ever going back there again. So they took him there. And they're not ever going back there again. When you go to that grave now, you think it's just a bare floor, but nobody will even know that he was buried there. Nobody's taking care of him. And they run back here, but that's where they know.
Exactly. So here they can see the burial ground or
they will go
burial
and sort
place
it
or
out, and
and then they visit it. They have a connection. But
you have
telling
a
them to
connection.
people should be be ready. Like I said, if anything happens to me, there's no need. Why will he take me back? Will my daughter be coming back every year that doesn't know her right?
That's the thing. That's what I don't understand. Because to me, all this carrying of body is carcass. Your spirit is gone. All you're carrying about and causing problem for yourself and for others, it's not even worth it. And people we are taking the body to, all they care is that this body is coming from abroad.
Exactly.
Body is coming from abroad, and in the church they'll do 10 times all the dues you're due. For the past 20 years, they'll calculate the due. By the time the children finish paying that one, they'll be wondering, is it really worth it? What did we bring this? What did we come here to do? Because they don't understand what you're talking about.
Exactly, because the lady got in trouble with her husband's family because she buried her husband here. Her husband was sick for a long time. He was in the hospital. He has accumulated lots of hospital bills. Where will she get the money to carry him back
to now start
Nigeria?
carrying home?
And the kids are here to see their dad. Do you understand?
Yeah.
No, she did what was best for her family.
Yeah.
So if they want to come and carry, let them come and carry. Do you understand?
Let them come and carry themselves and go and bury. It's causing a lot of problem. It's causing a lot of problem. One older lady as well that buried her husband here. That's how her community are all murmuring behind her. They won't come and tell her in her face. So they're all murmuring behind her. How can she do that? Why did she not bring? But she lives here. And all the children are all here, and they don't even visit Nigeria. If they're kind of children that you take to Nigeria very often, and they're so used to what's going on back there, that would be different. But these ones don't even go. So, Alimatu, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us.
And don't get me started.
Very weird discussion that people don't like discussing. That's what we are discussing today, because we're not afraid of demise. It's just the right time. What we're asking God is to let us live to a ripe old age. But whether it will happen, it will happen. It's a necessary end that will happen when it will happen. And if the earlier we start talking about this and be open about this as Nigerians, the better for us all. Because I don't know why people will be saying that, you don't discuss will. It means that you want to delete me. Or it means that I'm going to pass away tomorrow. Don't talk about that. And then people are having lots of issues when their beloved one passes away. It's not even worth it. But the main topic we're talking about today is about people not resting in peace when they are alive. People who are not just people making you not to rest in peace, but you not giving yourself peace when you are alive. That's part of what we're talking about today. So if anybody else has anything else to say, you can come up or you can write in the chat for us to get your own point of view. But our own way of burial, Igbos,
All right.
I don't
But
like
the thing,
it.
one thing I wanted to add is, you see all those mansions in Anambra State. You know they don't sleep there. You know when they come home, they don't sleep there.
No.
Because of
Of
safety
course.
You
issues.
see this mansion in the village, in our village, one man built
Safety
from
issue.
Canada. He comes back regularly, he remains in Lagos. So
Yeah.
what is it?
Or in the hotel. Remember
Yes.
during my mom's burial,
What does
safety
that
issue, we
mean?
need to stay in the hotel. I'm like, I'm not staying in the hotel. My father has a place and it's big enough for everybody. I said, I'm not. They say, no, we have to stay at a hotel in Okan. Say, why? I'm not. They say safety issue. I'm like, no.
Okay. So you slept in your father's place. Hello? Would you? Hello. Obvious world, you're welcome. We are welcome. We're talking about issue that people don't like discussing, but they need to be discussed because they're causing problems for people, especially those in Nigeria. It's causing a lot of people, for widows in Nigeria, and this needs to be explored and needs to be talked more. And we have to stop this nonsense. I know you buried your father not long ago, so you know firsthand what happens with burial. These people will come, this group will come, those ones will come. They don't even know your dad maybe have done well. Nobody cares. Nobody cared for him. He may have had one need or the other that they would have supported him with, but nobody did. As soon as he passes away, they start giving you a list. In the church will give you their own list. Ndi Omenani will give you their own list of things to do. And they'll be telling him to rest in peace. Why he did not have any peace while he was on earth? Because he needed things that were not done for him or her. And that is the topic of today. They are so mean during burial. Yes, because Obi just buried her father not long ago. Sorry, I draw. Okay, would you? Yeah, I can see that, but you stopped talking, so I wasn't sure whether you're still there. Would you? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she buried her father, so she knew exactly what we're talking about. You know?
Yeah, I want to say something regarding these people resting in peace when they're still alive. That time, that plot that you have, that you're saving for one big special day that may never come, wear that plot. That vacation you want to go on, you have the money, go on that vacation. Give yourself a treat while you're still alive. Eat good and healthy food when you are still alive. Don't stash money endlessly in the account. Tomorrow, nobody knows. It's not guaranteed. Live a fulfilled and purposeful life today. That is the only way you can rest in peace while you are still alive.
Yes. Absolutely.
Because the thing with a lot of people is that they are saving for the unknown tomorrow. I'm not saying people shouldn't save, but don't starve yourself and deprive yourself the good things of life while you're still living. Deprive your children the good things of life while you're still living. Deprive your wife, your husband of the good things of life while you're still living. You can't spend money to go on a checkup. You can't go on a checkup. You can't take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, is it until you fall sick before you even go and take care of that body?
That's the thing.
Give yourself the needed rest. Take vacation if you need. Take rest when you need. Take leave when needed. This struggle. We don't know. People are dropping dead every day due to stress. You are not resting. You're working non-stop, endlessly, no rest. Ndị abroad, people abroad is, in fact, their own is even worse.
Abroad one is
their own is even worse. Just last week, I heard of another woman, your young lady with one child that dropped dead, a caregiver.
Yes. It's happening.
Rest. Any shift that comes is not your shift. Bam, you want to take it.
No, they
I was
have early
discussing with
morning.
somebody this morning about his
Yeah.
wife.
Mm.
The wife works Monday to Friday over
Mhm.
there in UK, Monday to
Yeah.
Friday. But Saturday and Sunday she's supposed to stay with the toddlers. She will go and she will go for care job.
Yeah.
She will abandon the toddlers at home
Yeah.
and go for care
Can you
job. Her
imagine?
job now is not care, but she has booked 20 hours in care.
Look at that.
So
Look at that.
weekend that she's supposed to bond with these toddlers, with these babies at home, she leaves them at home and go to work Saturday and Sunday. So there is no rest and no time.
No
I was
rest.
asking the husband, Biko,
If she
when does
drops,
she
sorry,
have
my dear.
as
Yeah.
mm,
If she drops tomorrow, God forbid, they will say rest in peace. When she did not
oh
rest
yeah, no,
when
no.
she was alive. See what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, no. The husband was complaining. I was asking her, say, are you not providing? Are you not doing your best? He said he doesn't know that she's saving money for her family.
Child.
What family? The same family that will not care for these children if anything happens to you.
No.
The same
We have to
family, they
get
may
our
maltreat
priorities
these
right.
children if they are left to raise these children. Women, we must begin to at least set our priorities straight, set our priorities right.
Yes.
Know when to rest the body.
Absolutely.
This body needs rest while we are still breathing.
Yes.
It's not
Let's
only
start
when we are
resting in
gone.
peace
When
when
we
we
are
are
still
alive.
breathing, we need
Not
rest.
when we die. When you hear the word rest in peace, they say, oh, who passed away? You see? They don't know rest in peace should start when we are alive. That's the topic we're talking
While we
about
are
today.
living, the body needs to rest. The mind
My
needs to be
friend
at peace.
Biko, let's let Obi's world talk. You know Nigerian this thing how it is. Biko,
Okay,
let
welcome,
her say what
Obi.
she wants to. Yeah, she's up. Yeah,
Yeah,
please. Yeah.
welcome.
And then you can continue after that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, good evening,
Obi.
everyone. Sorry, oh, I'm in Nigeria. This is evening.
That's okay.
Evening here also. So I love everything that is happening here. You know, just as mommy said, I recently buried my dad, and I saw everything that went during that period. Seriously, it was not easy. If you see the way they are doing things in the village, the burial in Igbo land, everything that I experienced there, I was just wondering. Talking about this rest in peace, how will a man even rest in peace, even after death?
Oh.
Mommy, at least you know how the thing happened now. You know what happened.
I think you told me the story, yes.
Yes, and I know my dad traveled
Yeah.
just to go and do things in the village.
Yeah.
And my dad was not up to 2 weeks there now.
Mm.
When he now died. So even while everything was going on, they were like, as if they are helping us, they are helping us preparing our dad. Meanwhile, it's even their brother. It's their brother. But meanwhile, the way everything was just happening, as if they are helping us to bury my father. Even his siblings, everything that happened there. The man
Horrible.
here and there. I don't know. There are some places that I was told that they don't bury, I mean, they don't eat during burial. And I was
They should
told that my
introduce
own
that.
should be
They
like
should
that too.
introduce that in Igbo land. This eating. They can bring
If they
drinks, so
can
maybe they can
introduce
give them
that,
drinks, water.
seriously,
So they
it
don't
will be
feel
better.
thirsty. Let
Oh.
them have water. So they are hydrated. But stop all this food.
Network. My network is fluctuating.
I can hear you. Can hear you. Hello? Hello?
Okay, she's no longer. I think her network has got.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's why I say let's
If they
start talk, because
can,
I know that network in
if they
Nigeria is on
can
and
do
off.
that, it will be
Eh?
better. If they can
Yes,
do that, it will be
honestly.
better.
They
Oh.
can easily do
But
that. Say that every burial in Igbo land, Because Yorubas are different. Funke said that if you are less than 50 years, listen, nothing like that, like eating and drinking and dancing. Any burial, because people will be very thirsty. Nigeria is very hot. Have enough water, so they not even juice or malt waiting. Let them just have
They
enough
don't
to
care.
hydrate.
They
But
don't
if you want
care
to
if
eat
the
after the
parents of
burial, go and eat in the hotel or anywhere you want to go and eat.
they don't care whether you have money or you don't have money. Both the church there, as in the demand, everything, as in even my husband said, at a time he wanted to pick a quarrel with the church. He was like, what's happening here? Every priest that came there, you must give them envelope, all those things. Hey,
That
God.
envelope one is another story for another day. What is all this? Envelope.
So I'm not cutting you short. You know that the sad part is that is when the church will remember that the person is owing so due. The person is owing because the person couldn't pay. Somebody that is sick, admitted in the hospital for months, you are calculating the person's due that the person needs. You want the children to come and pay or the family members. Somebody is dying for months in the hospital. The church cannot raise money. But once the person passes, they start to calculate the levies, the dues that the person is owing, the tithes the person is owing.
So sad.
It's crazy. Why would a pastor or a priest be demanding envelope?
All of them that
This is why we have debt all over. Are we wondering? Are we surprised that young people are dying every day? Our land is being littered with corpses because we are celebrating death all the time. Why would
when
people
you
be
are in the
dying?
village, you will see burials. If you are in the village, you will see a lot of burials. And you know that some families they have carried it as part of their routine. Every week they'll be going to somebody's house to go and eat. From Monday to Saturday. Seriously, in the village, things are happening, things are really, we are not seeing things where we are. When you travel home, that's when you will see what is happening. I was just like, what is happening? What is happening? What is this? If they can really bring that culture, seriously, me, I will support it. They should not put anything during burial. They don't even care if there's money. They don't even care if there's money. When you must bring.
Can you imagine?
And the funny thing is just that my father was a chief usher before he died. In that church, but aside that he was a chief, if not that we are doing something for God, I would have not even said that my father should do anything in the church. Because the way they see demanded everything, does not show that he was even part of them. They don't care.
It's terrible.
Oh my God, Mom.
You are no more worrying about the loss of your beloved one. You're not thinking of what the church and the villagers will demand. That is wrong. Honestly. But who are we? But they need to look into it. I'm sure something can be done about this. Only water when somebody passes away. And then if people want to let it be optional. But then the thing is, if it's optional, knowing our people, if it's optional, people will say, okay, send us someone go. No, I have to. That person did, or does he have more money than me? Even if it's said optional,
because there is competition with burial now. And a major competition of our common Zoom.
For those people that want the competition, because I don't need the competition. I don't care. I don't need the competition.
So you can imagine what is her job and what is her other siblings. What are they doing? So why would they demand all that from her and from them?
If it's me, after the burial, everybody drink water and go back to their house. Because I did not plan it.
Optional. If you like, you do. If you like, you don't do. People like me, even if I have, I won't do. I'll give them water to drink.
I will not do.
Anyway.
And that will reduce crowd and unnecessary crowd during burial. The only loved ones will come. People who truly love the person and who want to mourn the person. Because
Yes.
80% of people coming for burial are coming for food.
That's for food.
Say,
Burial,
They are
Mom,
coming for
weddings,
food.
they are all coming for food, nothing else. You see, you come to church wedding, in the church, there's nobody. You come to the reception hall, you'll be looking for seats because they're coming for food.
have you talked about Umada?
Oh,
This
those
one.
ones will become angry and
Jesus.
say that they are going. We are going. Let them go now.
First daughter duty, the daughters of the man that died, of the man that died, after everything, after they will be there eating food. There is food looking at them. They will tell the
Yeah.
first daughter, go and cook yam. You kill a live goat for them that day. You cook food. You bring your own. Your sisters will bring their own. Everybody that follow you bring their own. You carry it in your head, go and give Umada.
How do you?
Hey.
Anyway, God will help us. But what I'm trying
Amen.
to say, because just like Spice was saying, let us do practical things to help ourselves to rest in peace while we are alive.
Yes,
Because when we don't rest in peace, when we are alive and we pass on, people will be saying rest in peace and you are already gone. And you have not rested in peace when you are supposed to rest in peace, which was when you are alive. When you're
How is
gone,
somebody?
your body
How
is
is
on the
somebody?
ground and the carcass, the moths are ready to eat the person up. And are talking about rest in peace. So it's
How
from
is
when we are
somebody
alive.
resting? Please?
What is resting in peace when what do you call those things that eat people's body on the ground? What is resting in peace then? It's when you are alive.
What is rest in peace? A man that has been suffering instead of him to enjoy his money at least while he was
Oh,
alive. There was no space for him. Now
okay.
it was almost time for him to enjoy his money. This man
Can
now
you imagine? Just like
now he
that.
now left. Even after after he left, after the burial again, they are still disturbing the family people. Oh man, a lot is
Hey,
going on. Oh, hey, Jesus.
Fiapa. It's so sad. It's so sad. So
Seriously, I don't know how that person is resting people, but it's well.
no. It's from when we are alive. Let us try for ourselves to help ourselves to rest in peace and also help our beloved ones when they are alive or our family members or neighbors or whatever. Let's try to help them to rest in peace when they are alive. When they are gone, it's no longer necessary. That rest in peace is not necessary because the person's soul will go to where it's going to go. Whether you say rest in peace or not, it does not matter at that time.
Seriously.
That thing is, these same people doing 21 days fasting and 100 days fasting and 50 days fasting. They have started, Abi. Manachere bury Aruna, you see them acting as if they've never eaten all their lives. Shebi
Ah,
pastors have
things
declared
like
fasting.
eating.
Now, Hannah, hey, they fasted. If there is burial now,
Yes.
they will all rush to go and eat burial food.
This eating and
They will
fighting
forget
about
fasting.
food, when they're in a burial, hiding, taking drinks to hide in their bags. When you come for a burial, I don't understand it.
Taking a takeaway.
Somebody was telling me how they were fighting at his mother's burial. People were fighting and breaking bottles because of food and drinks.
Oh no! Oh no!
At a woman's burial, a woman that died early,
Doesn't
died
make
in her
sense.
50s.
Doesn't make sense at all. We have to change. I'm going to stop. I want you guys to be 2 hours. We've gone over 2 hours
I
now.
will
Just
drop
thank
now.
you so much. Yes, thank you
Okay,
so
mommy.
much,
Thank
Spice,
you
for
so
sharing
much,
all this
Ruby.
one. Thank you
Okay,
so
ma.
much, so much, so much. Thank you. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
It's very
mommy.
interactive. And thanks for sharing your thoughts as well on this world. Okay. Thank
Thank you,
you.
mommy.
And
Thank you so
I
much.
want to conclude with some practical steps that we
Mm.
can take to rest in peace while we are alive. And one of them is to prioritize. Get your priorities right. Self-care, adequate sleep, healthy eating, regular exercise. That is what you require. Practical steps you need to take to rest in peace when you are alive. Look after yourself. Set boundaries to protect your energy and your time. Boundaries meaning at this time and at this time, my friend know that they can't call me. They know that they cannot come. For example, for us, for years now, People who are very close to us know that by 10 o'clock, you don't call us. So by 9:45, we are winding down to go to bed. And for some of them will say, oh, I wanted to call you last night, but I noticed that it's almost 10. So I did not, because they know us very well. Set boundaries. Let people know when to visit you, when to call you, when to do this, because you cannot be all things to all people. Set boundaries. Pursue some hobbies, activities. Bring joy and satisfaction to yourself. If you need to take a break, Spice said that before, take a break. Take a break doesn't mean that you have to travel abroad or do this and that. You can take a break wherever you are, out of your own environment, and just go somewhere and take a break. Just look for peace. Don't be blaming people for you not having peace. Try and make peace for yourself if you can. But for people who cannot, who are very unwell, and people around them are not helping them to have peace while they are alive, when they pass away, please keep your rest in peace to yourself. Keep it to yourself. If you genuinely, know that this person needed peace, they needed help, they needed support while they are alive, and you did not give it. No. Keep your rest in peace in your pocket when they pass away. Leave them to them and their God. Because what you will do for them to rest in peace was from when they are alive. So, what we're taking home today is that we have to start resting in peace while we're alive. Any way we can make it possible for ourselves and for others, let us please do that. I wish my husband will hear this live. He wants to live his life for all. Because those all that you are living your life for, when you pass away, they'll come there and they'll put the right music and dance and struggle for food and tell you to rest in peace. Living your life for all. I'm not saying I'm a great believer in helping people, charity. We do a lot of charity work. We do a lot of helping of others. However, we are resting in peace. And I'm telling you that there are things, and I look at it, or Daddy will look at it and say, no, especially now that we are, in fact, now we are resting in peace a lot now that he's recovering and everything. We are taking life so easy. If, God forbid, anything had happened to him last year, people will come and be saying rest in peace. They don't even know how he lived, whether he rested in peace or not. That's why we're getting our priorities right, which is making sure that we are resting in peace now. Whatever we can do, we do. The ones we cannot do, we leave it. We are not going to be all things for all people. It does not pay anybody. How is my dad? Yeah, he's fine. He is doing great. Thank you so much. He's doing great. We thank God so much. People come and tell me, rest in peace. When people are struggling, suffering around you, you don't have anything to give them. But when they pass away, you have money to keep them in mortuary for 4 months so that you can get your house the way you want your friends to see the house. You don't want them to come like that. When the person was alive, the person was not resting in peace. The person was not cared for. No. The devil still remains a liar. Oh, yes. The enemy remains a liar big time. 2024 was a year that we're not going to forget in this family. But thank God that he's here with us. He's alive and we are resting in peace while we are alive. And that is very important to us. The enemy came too late and the enemy came to the wrong address as well. Because God said that he will have mercy to whom he will have mercy. If it's not your time and if it's not, no matter what, God will still be God. So thank you so much, every one of you, for joining. And I'm so grateful that we are able to discuss this today. Because last Sunday we wanted to discuss it, but the StreamYard was not on. Like now, we have people that came up. It was interactive, which is good. So thank you so much, everyone. Next week, Sunday, will be, we're now going into February. And I'm so glad to see the end of this January, because I don't know about you, some of the bad news I've heard just this month, I've not had it like this before. It's just too much. A lot of people passed away this January 2025. So by God's grace, on Saturday, we're all entering February by the grace of God. But please, whatever you do, no matter what you have, no matter how little you have, please use it and make sure that you are resting in peace. Don't say rest in peace to yourself while you are alive. Don't let people say it on your behalf. It's you that will say it. And when you say it, you act it out. If it gets too much, lie down and sleep. If you're having headache, don't brush it out. Take paracetamol and continue going. We are not machine. You have to rest. It's not every headache that you need paracetamol. It's not every headache that is just normal headache. Check things out if you can. I know it's very hard for people in Nigeria to even just go and do one investigation. They'll tell you how much, where do you have the money? But try and eat. Now that you have, when I see all those local foods, if you can, cultivate your own. If you have the land, if you can do things for yourself, fresh things, and just eat. And for adults, you don't need to eat 3 times a day. There's nothing like not for adults. If you have young children, make sure you feed them well. But for adults, maximum twice a day. Your breakfast, you delay it till 11, and then you eat again at 5 or 6, and that's it. Don't eat beyond 6. Just do things yourself to help yourself. I'm not talking about weight loss here now. I'm not talking about, I'm talking about living healthy living. Don't eat 3 times a day if you're doing that as an adult. Gone are the days that happened. For what now? In this economy. Some people still do. Some people still do. What is this? Eating 3 times a day for? For what? You don't need it. Your body don't need to be fed 3 times a day. But your children, if you have young children like B-Joy, you have young children, they can even eat 4 times. Yeah. Tell them that I said, my grandma said that they can eat 4 times. That's what I said. But for you and your hobby, 2 times. It's maximum. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's keep doing what we can to live in peace while we're alive. Say that for yourself. Do that for yourself. Don't let others say that for you. Immediately you're laughing. Yes, so tell them, look at Laurentia now. Laurentia, in fact, this one, I'm going to charge you let's come and feed. This one, for this channel, and she's coming now that we have spent 2 hours 15 minutes. Why now? B-Joy 3 times. No, you are breastfeeding, but you don't have to eat 3 times. One of them will be akamu, pap. That's meal. That's what you need for breastfeeding. Don't need too much. Don't use that breastfeeding thing to be eating too much. You're breastfeeding, have good pap and whatever else, and often salad, drink those things. That's one of the meals. Don't go there and be eating too much and say you're breastfeeding. Things that will make the breast milk come. That's what you need. Fish, vegetables, things like that. Twice a day, breast milk will come. So don't use breastfeeding to overeat. Can I eat 3 times? No, of course not. And I know you don't. You're just pulling my leg. You don't. For spice, 2 times. Even B-Joy, who is breastfeeding, 2 times. She's using breastfeeding to confuse me. I'm so sorry for coming late. That's okay. We'll talk. If you see what we discussed today, Laurentia, you missed. You missed church. Oh, I can imagine. Church Abasala. Yes, so church Abasala. Hey, no, Laurentia, we had a really good, I don't even like eating self. Hey, you're one of those people. There are some people, when they see food, it's like they're scared of food. They don't like eating. There are people like that. So you're welcome anyway, Laurentia, you're welcome. If you're able to replay a little bit, but I know that data is a problem for you people. If you can, fine, just to see what we have said. We talked at length, people came up to share as well. But what we're taking home today is that we need to start resting in peace while we're alive. All those rest in peace when people pass away, it doesn't make sense unless the person rests in peace while they're alive. Forget about when they pass away. If they're going to rest in peace, that will be determined by our Creator. But that you are saying it or you're writing it down does not make any sense unless the person lives in peace when they are alive. And that is the topic for today. Let's start resting in peace. when we're alive. Let us start doing those things will help us to rest in peace when we're alive. Let us doing those things that will help our neighbor and our family members to rest in peace. And when people pass away, it's not time for people to start struggling for drinks and food and all that. It's time for people to mourn the loss and go home. I own too much. Food gets me excited. I love good food. If not for weight, I'll be chopping any. Rest in peace. While their family are going through a lot, after they are gone, it is rest in peace. When that person was struggling, when they are alive, you ignored them. You didn't do anything to help them. When they pass away, you start writing nonsense. Anyway, my people, let's go. By God's grace, we'll come back on Sunday with a different topic. We need peaceful rest. Yes, we need peaceful rest while we are alive. That's where our rest in peace starts. And I tell you, I'm not preaching what I don't do. I tell you, we practice it a lot here. For years, not just now that we are, even when we are younger, we practice it a lot. Sometimes we just take ourselves, we go out for a cruise, we go out for holidays. Holiday doesn't, you don't have to go on cruise, but holiday, you don't even have to go fly to go on holiday. You can go local holiday. Just get out of your own environment. Go to a serene place, just two of you. If you have children, take them along. We used to take our children along when they were younger. So I won't say because it's just that our children are grown. If you can, I know the economy in Nigeria, you can't do some of these things I'm talking about. But no, the little you can, even if you're just going out for the weekend, even if for the day, you say, do you know today, I'm just going to rest in peace. I'm resting in peace today. Because anybody in Nigeria that hears rest in peace, I say, who died? Who passed away? That's the only time they hear rest in peace. If they hear you say, please, I'm going to rest in peace today. Hey, they'll say, God forbid. What are you saying? That's our mentality. Just say to any of your friends now, do you know today on Saturday, I'm not going to do much. I just want to go and I'm going to rest in peace on Saturday. Hey, they'll be like, please, God forbid, rebuke that. I rebuke it. You see our mentality. Hustling all the time, even at night. I know, Laurentia. Sometimes when I say these things, I remember Nigeria, I feel bad because I know that the struggle is real. Yes, God forbid RIP. Can you just tell anybody now? Today I'm going to rest in peace. So, hey, they will revoke it. They don't know what that rest in peace means. That is when you are alive that you should be resting in peace and not looking trouble everywhere. Look at YouTube. Some people are bringing their families here. How can you tell me those families are resting in peace? They are not. They can think that they are resting in peace. This person will talk about this person will come and reply the live stream. That person will talk live stream. How are you resting in peace? How do you have peace? What kind of life is that one? If you want to come to YouTube, instead of coming to empower people, you are here to watch anything in public and tell me you have peace. No. And if anything happens to anybody tomorrow, they'll start writing rest in peace. When the person did not give themselves rest, when they're alive, here's you say, go and rest in peace. They will cast us on you. Thinking you are wishing them. That's the thing. That's the mentality. That word, rest in peace, must not be led. That's why people are, even if they have the time, I know the hustling is too much, but even if they have the time to rest, they won't rest. Because if you tell them, go and rest in peace now. Go and rest in peace. Look after yourself. They think you are cursing them. They're only waiting to rest. Who told you? Somebody who passed away, and I say, as soon as you pass away, your soul is gone. Whatever they are carrying around, dancing, those people that carry the casket dancing, is just carcass. As soon as you lower that person on the ground, the moths, the things, they come and eat the flesh up. So, how is the person resting in peace? The moths just come and scatter the body. So the person is not resting in peace. It's when you are alive. Rest in peace when you are alive. But it's a statement that you cannot get anybody, any Nigerian in their head that they are resting in peace. They think you're just like telling them to write a will. They think that they are going to pass away tomorrow. That's why they are writing your will, or you tell your husband now, can we maybe just write a will? Just think, hey, they will go and call woman now that my wife said I should write a will. You see? God help all of you in Nigeria. Honestly, sometimes my heart bleeds for you because of the way. Because I have people in Nigeria, I know how things are. I don't know how you people do it, but however way you do it, may God be with you all. Honestly, it's we are thinking that things will get better, but it's not getting any better. Enjoy. You're smiling. Ijowa, I still wish to see my dad. Oh, of course, you miss your beloved ones. You do miss them. That's why in the beginning of this live stream, we prayed. We talked about the people that lost their loved ones, especially their children, and these YouTubers that we know. We prayed for them. We talked about them and prayed for them, and asked that God will not allow such to be happening. You will live and not die. So, and our children, especially spouses, our parents that will live. Not that eventually we're going to pass away, but not now. Let us live to fulfill what God has brought us to this life to fulfill. Okay? Let's remember one of us in prayers. Her daddy passed away 2 days ago. Okay, it's not common knowledge yet. You see what I mean about this January? You see what I mean? What is all this? January will finish on Friday next week. I can't wait for it to finish. The news I've heard this month, starting from the 1st of January, somebody we know very well passed away. And since then, it's been one, just like that, backwards and forwards. I can't wait for Friday next week. Let January pass. Let's pray for better February and going on for the rest of this year. So for that person, that the dad passed away 2 days ago. I don't know the circumstances, whether he was unwell or not, but whatever circumstance it is, may God help the family, may God console the family. And that's what I normally say when people pass away. I don't pray for the dead, because rest in peace, you're praying for the dead, you don't even know what is going on. It's only God who will grant that person rest as God wishes. So whatever it is that happened to that man, that YouTuber's dad, that God will console the family and help them, give them the fortitude to bear the loss. It's not easy. In this economy, you're losing a beloved one, and then they will start this nonsense. We talked about this nonsense of burial. When they start giving them list, they start giving them what they owe. They'll start telling them what women require. They'll start doing this and that. You're not even thinking about your loss, the loss of your beloved. You're not thinking about the nonsense that will come up from these people. And then when they come for burial, just like Obi was saying, they talk about envelope. What is all this? My father-in-law was a archdeacon in the church before he passed away. During his term of this, I didn't hear about this envelope thing. Papa never came back with envelope anything. What's all that? Now things have changed, everybody. Whether the man or the woman that passed away rested in peace when they were alive, they don't want to know. All they know is that they want an envelope. And give them blank envelope now. Give them an empty envelope. Since what they want is an envelope. Did they tell you they want money? They say they want envelope. Give them envelope. People, let me just leave that one now before we start on a different topic. I've gone over my time. So next week, Sunday, we'll have an important discussion to talk about. There's a lot going on in life at the moment. I have not been doing much sit-down videos, but there's something going on within families and marriages, and then I need to sit down and talk about that. And then we can discuss it on Sunday as well. Yeah, I think I'll do a video first, just a brief video to talk about some of this nonsense going on, because my channel is about family, and since I came back, I'm not really sat down to do any video. The two I've uploaded that are normal videos, but I actually edited last year. I just put them up now because I saw that they're still in my private this, and I had to put them on. I have never really sat down since I came back. I've done a few live streams, but not really sit down video. But I need to talk about this family issue that is going on, and next week Sunday we'll talk about it. We'll talk about family, marriage, and what is going on, the nonsense going on. As I always say, we don't all have to be married. If you think, as a man, you're not going to handle marriage, don't marry. And as a woman, If you think that you can't handle marriage and what is going on, don't marry. And don't be silly. Because some of the things I just see and hear is just people being silly and they don't even know what it means to marry before they enter. We're going to discuss that next week. But before then, I'll try and do a sit-down video. Thank you so much, my people, for watching. I really appreciate you all for being here. And Igbo land, I'm even scared about the expense in burial than the death itself. You see, that's the thing. People are even not even worried about their beloved and the passed away. It's all the cost, all that is involved. It's not right now. That's not right. Thank you, everyone, for being. Oh, Spice, you're still here. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Yeah, Laurentia, thank you for coming. Even though you're late, if you can replay, that would be good. Mommy even celebrates the prayer of life. That is even always written on the obituary. Yeah, we've talked about that as well. We've talked about celebration of life. I think it was Spice that brought it up. Celebration of life. When there's a 37-year-old, 57-year-old person that passed away, what are you celebrating? You're mourning the loss of your beloved one, not celebration of their life. If it's grandma that passed at 95, 100, 106, yes, celebrate their lives, but all to their own. But this idea of using funeral and burials to be a place of enjoyment, a place of eating too much, a place of demanding from the family is so shameful in Igbo land. And I don't know how we can stop that. It's so shameful. What is there to celebrate? Somebody passes at 27, says celebration of life. Which life? Bye, my lovely people. I'll see you on next Sunday by the grace of God. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for all your inputs. I appreciate you all. And remember, be joy. You're eating twice a day, whether you're breastfeeding or not. All you need is good things that will make the breast milk to come. You don't need too much food for breast milk to come. So goodbye. Bye, my dear. Bye, obvious one. Bye, Laurentia. Bye, Spice and Be Joy. And whoever else is in the background, I'll see you next time. Even grandma should be a grandma. Well cared for. Not the grandma that they left in the village. And she's just there. She will pee. She'll just be there smelling. Nobody looks after her. Then when she passes away, they'll come and start know that they have grandma. You all have a blessed week, Jerry. Thank you, everyone. Look after yourselves. Rest in peace. And while you are alive, don't let people be the one to say it to you. Say it to yourself. I'm going to be resting this weekend and I'm going to rest in peace. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you next week by God's grace. Bye-bye.